Alrighty, this is a good one, gang. I got an email. They asked for something honest. This is going to totally rock your world. I really want you to notice this. I really want you to notice this. I really want you to notice this. And if there's any resistance, because this is probably going to be the funniest and funnest podcast ever. And it could totally rock your world. Okay, ready? Oh boy. See ya. Alrighty, so Barry sent me this, and he said, what do you think? And I said, I'll be honest. Ready? By the way, I don't know if Barry believes this or not, but I call bullshit bullshit. Ready? When you raise your vibrations, you shift into parallel universes. Good Lord. I get it. People love the fantasy thing. People watch porn for hours, right? They share puppy and kitty videos for hours instead of getting a cat or playing with theirs. I'm a massive fan of play. Persistent play is the way. Meanwhile, so Barry sends me, when you raise your vibrations, you shift into parallel universes. But the thing is, you always come back here, don't you? You're here listening to the sound of my voice. When you raise your vibrations, you shift into parallel universes. God darn it. What does Neville say? Neville says something really simple. Be still and know I am God. That's actually a direct quote from the Bible. Be still and know I am God. When you realize that you are the silence, you are the stillness that hears the sound of my voice, your entire life changes. Because when you realize that you are the silence, that you are the stillness that hears the sound of my voice, you can determine how you hear it. When you realize that you are the silence, you are the stillness that experiences money, you get to decide how do you experience money. You get why we made up that money diamond. The money diamond is about changing how you experience money. Because if you change how you experience money, the money you experience will change. And you'll have a lot more than spare change. It's also why we made that one only $7. That's the secret of money. Meanwhile, when you raise your vibration, you shift into parallel universes. Rightio. You see, I'd rather rest knowing it's done. When you raise your vibration, you shift into parallel universes. And you always come back here. See, that's my thing. Why would you want to raise your vibration and shift into a parallel universe just to come back to this shithole? Because I have people that do this for years. They argue with me. And I'll write them back. Sometimes I make them wait a few days because I'm not into the answer train. I'm into the experience. Because here's the deal, guys. Your brain wants to be the boss. Your brain wants to be the boss. It wants to raise your vibration so you can shift into a parallel universe. This ain't about your brain. This is about you. The state of loving husband, the state of loving teacher, the state of loving puppy dad. Those three states literally have three different ways of thinking. Three different things they think about. Three different ways they look at a posy. The state of loving puppy dad gets a kick out of Bruce and Emmett peeing on the same flower. The state of loving husband wants to go pick that flower, but doesn't because the puppy's already peed on it, so he goes and buys Victoria flowers. And the state of loving teacher, hey, it has thoughts about both those things and shares them with you with a lesson. All that, and I don't have to raise my vibration to shift into a parallel universe. All I have to do is be still, know I am God. Notice I'm God having the adventure of a lifetime. Notice that I can sink into the state of loving teacher and take this gift that Barry gave to me. Thanks, buddy. Because you asked for the truth, and the truth about you is what sets you free. And the truth about you is be still and know I am God. The truth about you is not if you raise your vibration, you shift into a parallel universe, but you always come back to this shithole, and then you feel bad about yourself because you live in a shithole. The thing is, right, 3D reality is very real. It's the shadow that follows you. You don't need to go to a parallel universe. All you've got to do is start to be a leader. To be a leader, you get to be a lover. To be a lover and a leader, that's why you are God having the adventure of a lifetime. You are the wisdom, the power, and love of God. And you'll notice, what's the first principle? Neville Goddard said, when in doubt, be still and know that I am God. Become formless and faceless, then use the tools. All right, if you got gold, see, I'm going to break all the rules. Ready? Go to NevilleGoddardStore.com. If you're getting gold from the podcast, think about this. Once upon a time, there was someone that got gold from the podcast. Every day they would listen. And one day they decided they were going to dive deeper. Because they dove deeper, they got something like Manifesting Mastery or the Attitude of Abdullah or the Streetcar System and became bulletproof. They went to NevilleGoddardStore.com and their entire life shifted because they put skin in the game. Instead of trying to gather up trinkets and toys all day long, they chose to dive into the truth about them that sets them free. Because the truth about you that sets you free is you don't have to go to a parallel universe. You just have to be the loving leader you really are. God having the adventure of a lifetime. Do you hear the attitude? Or do you want to raise your vibration so you can shift to a parallel universe? It's attitude time, gang. It's attitude time. Go to NevilleGoddardStore.com. Get some goodies. Dive deeper. Have a lovely day. See ya.